Welcome to the ReWire podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Stewman, and I'm here to rewire your mind for success. We're glad that you're here.
You ever think about your specific purpose on this planet? Like, what are you here for? Listen, I'm not here getting high, asking philosophical questions. I'm talking about finding what your purpose is. You know, man, woman, we all search for meaning in this life, but oftentimes we actually find it and we ignore it. Let me tell you a story. It's the year's 2005. I'm living in a brand new home, 2-story house, about 3,500 square foot. We got a pool in the backyard. I got 2 pink dogs, a blonde girlfriend. I'm living a good life. I'm a mortgage guy. I'm flipping houses. I'm making $600,000-$700,000 a year, doing big things. I read this book called The Law of Success by Napoleon Hill. And at some point during those 1,200 pages, I'm like, man, I want to do this, like what I'm doing now, but it didn't exist then, and I didn't know what to call it, but I was like, I just want to speak to people. I want to help people. I've got something in me to train and teach people. I can do this. But then that voice of reason, right? You got the voice of God. You're going to be a speaker. You're going to be a life changer. You're going to be an enhancement for everybody. You're going to change the world. And then you've got what some people call the voice of reason, but really it's the force of average. The voice of reason is like, how are you going to do that? Who's going to listen to you? Bitch, get back to work, right? That's the force of average. So in 2005, guys, I have this epiphany of what I'm supposed to do with my life. The force of average, the voice of reason comes in and says, hey man, you're making a lot of money being a banker. You should probably focus on that. That's exactly what I do. My dream was presented to me. I got excited. I knew it was my dream. I knew what it was supposed to do. But I have responsibility elsewhere. It felt like the money's here. I know I've got a calling. The money's here. As you know, a few years later, I'd wind up going to prison, start all over with nothing. 2010, I'd lose my license and not even be able to do mortgages anymore. But here's what happened. When it was all taken away from me, you can't do mortgages anymore. See, 2005, I had options. Man, I want to chase my dream, but you can also be a banker that makes a lot of money. Yeah, dream will put it on hold. 2010 comes around, I lose my mortgage license. I got nothing to do. I got no other choice. I got nothing to do. My back's against the wall. You can't go be a mortgage person. You got no choice but to chase your motherfucking dream. Now we've made you a felon. We've made it to where you can't get a job. Nobody's going to hire you. You got no choice but to go chase your dream, Ryan. And I thank God every day that those things happen to me, man, I was mad at them at the time. You want to talk about one pissed off Peckerwood? I was mad as a motherfucker at God at the time. I'm going to church. I'm tithing. I'm bringing people to the church. I'm talking like Ned fucking Flanders over here. And this is the thanks I get. I guarantee you I had that conversation with God 100 fucking times. But now I'm like, yeah, it's always you, man. I'm going to learn my lesson and shut the fuck up. I'm going to learn it, right? Like, because thank God, He took every option that I had away from me and forced me to do this. And to this day, I've never made more money. I've never been more fulfilled. I've never been happier. I've never been more enlightened. I've never been closer to God, and I've never been closer to the people. But if He wouldn't have done those things to me, it wouldn't have happened for me. So I say this because some of y'all haven't had enough taken from you to where you want to change yet. Some of you haven't had enough taken from you to where you'll actually chase your dream. Some of you haven't been hit enough with reality to force you to do what you were put on this planet to do. So when you sit around and you contemplate like, why am I here? You know why the fuck you're here. The question is, why the fuck are you not doing what you were put on this planet to do in the first fucking place? That's the real question. Rise above.